Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salamun alaikum, everyone. So today, in honor of the Shahadat of the 6th Holy Imam, I wanted to show you all one of our most popular books. It's called Meet The Masumeen with Class 786. It's all about a group of naughty but adorable children who go back in time and meet the Masumeen alayhimus salam. Through watching their interactions with people and seeing how they deal with their problems, the children learn practical lessons that they can use in their own day-to-day lives. From looking inside the book, you can see that this book is aimed at children aged 7 to 12 years old, although it can be read to younger children too. So without further ado, I wanted to take you to the chapter about Imam as-Sadiq, and each chapter is based on one lesson of the life of the Imams that the children can learn about and implement in their lives. And at the end of each chapter, there's also a blackboard with some of the most important facts about the Imams, their names, their date of birth, and things like that. So I wanted to read to you a little bit from the chapter about the 6th Imam in honor of today. Curiosity got the better of the children and Mrs. Huda, and they decided to stay and listen to what Abu Hanifa had to say. Who was Abu Hanifa, the children wondered. They were about to find out. Abu Hanifa walked to the center of the crowd, and with a loud voice he began. Although I have a great deal of respect for the grandson of the Holy Prophet, Ja'far as-Sadiq, as I have been his student myself, I disagree with him on 3 things. Firstly, I do not understand how Allah can exist but cannot be seen by anyone in this world or in the hereafter. Secondly, the grandson of the Holy Prophet says that Shaitan will be thrown into the hellfire. How can the hellfire hurt Shaitan, who is made of fire himself? And lastly, how is it in Allah's justice that He punishes and rewards people for their deeds when they don't have any control over their actions, and He controls everything? The crowd looked confused and puzzled. Who was going to answer these questions? Alia started to cringe. Though she wasn't too eager to admit it, she thought that Abu Hanifa was asking good questions. For a minute or two, there was total silence. Abu Hanifa demanded an answer. A young man silently walked to the middle of the crowd where Abu Hanifa stood and picked up some clay. With no warning whatsoever, the young man threw the clay at him. Abu Hanifa first looked startled at being struck and then became angry. He cried out in pain, and men rushed to get a hold of the man who threw the clay. Who's that man? And what did he do that for? Yasir was shocked. Mrs. Huda explained, That is Bahlul, a very close companion and student of Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq. What's going to happen now? Amir just couldn't wait. Watch and learn from the words of Bahlul, responded Mrs. Huda calmly. Abu Hanifa angrily spoke to the young man. What do you think you're doing? Do you know how much you could hurt me with that clay? Hurt you? Said Bahlul. That's ridiculous. I don't see pain. How can you prove that there is pain if I can't see it and nobody else can see it either? It is there, said Abu Hanifa with frustration. In the same way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there. Just because you can't see Him, it doesn't mean He is not there. A true believer can feel Him, just like you feel pain. To answer your second question, how can Shaitan burn in hellfire if he's made of fire and so is the hellfire? Well, you are made of clay, aren't you? So if clay can hurt you, then by Allah's infinite wisdom, fire can also burn fire. People in the crowd were shocked and moved by Bahlul's responses. Alia could not believe it. A man so confident was providing answers to questions that were so challenging. You must be punished for hurting me, said Abu Hanifa in anger. Take him away. How can you punish me? You said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has control over our actions, so He made me do it. You can't punish me, Bahlul responded. Abu Hanifa was speechless as Bahlul provided excellent answers to all three of his questions. Although Abu Hanifa thought he was smart, Bahlul showed he was smarter. The children giggled and laughed. The crowd slowly separated, talking in excitement about the event that had just taken place. It was time for the children to move on, and so they began to walk away. I hope you enjoyed that little extract. Inshallah, you can buy the book from www.sunbehindthecloud.com.